Hey, y'all, pull up a chair. My name is Dr. Sophia Caldwell. I'm 32 years old and worth 9 figures. I own VossMed, the fastest growing medical empire on the East Coast. 23 high-tech clinics, a telemedicine app with 4.2 million users, and a proprietary AI that catches pancreatic cancer 6 months early. But 4 years ago, my own parents disowned me. Kicked me out with 2 trash bags and a "you're dead to us." They thought they broke me. Instead, I used the money they never knew I gotta bury their legacy and build mine. This is the story of how I got screwed over by blood and came back swinging with a scalpel. If you've ever been betrayed by the people who were supposed to have your back, this one's gonna hit different. I grew up in a penthouse on the Upper East Side. Dad was Richard Caldwell, real estate shark. Mom was the charity ball queen, always smiling for the cameras while slicing people behind closed doors. From 7, I wanted to be a doctor. I watched my grandfather save a kid who coded in the A, but my parents, they had other plans. Sophia, medicine is for people who need to work. You're a Caldwell, you marry well, and you host galas. Every birthday, same speech. When I got into Columbia pre-med, they lost their minds. Dad cut my credit cards the same week. I worked 3 jobs, took out loans till my credit looked like a horror movie, and still graduated top 10%. Residency almost killed me. 36-hour shifts, sleeping in call rooms that smelled like old pizza and regret. But every time I saved a life, I felt alive. For the first time, I wasn't a Caldwell trophy. I was Dr. Caldwell. Then came the night that ended everything. I'm 27, just finished my ER residency. I walk into the family brownstone for what I think is a celebration dinner. Instead, Mom's sitting there with Preston. Dad slides a prenup across the table like it's the damn menu. Sign it tonight. You two get engaged next month. The wedding is already booked at the plaza. I laughed. I actually laughed. Then I said the words that ended my bloodline. I'm opening my own clinic in Brooklyn. Underserved area, sliding scale fees, real medicine for real people. I'm not marrying some finance bro so you can keep your social status. The room went dead silent. Dad stood up so fast his chair flipped. You ungrateful little bitch. After everything we gave you, you're choosing poor people over this family? Mom's voice was ice. If you walk out that door tonight, you are no longer our daughter. We will change the will, freeze every account, and make sure nobody hires you. I looked at both of them, and I felt something snap inside my chest. Not sadness, rage. Pure, clean rage. I grabbed my coat. Keep your money, keep your name. I don't want any of it, Dad yelled after me. You'll be back in 6 months crawling on your knees. Slam. I stood on 5th Avenue in the pouring rain with $47 in my checking account and the clothes on my back. I called my best friend crying so hard I puked on the sidewalk. She let me crash on her couch for 3 months. That was the night Sophia Caldwell died and Dr. Voss was born. Next 2 years were hell. I was a moonlighting A-doc in Queens, pulling doubles, eating ramen, sleeping 4 hours a night. My parents bad-mouthed me so hard that 2 hospital systems lost my applications. I was 29, exhausted. Then the letter came, certified mail, from a law firm in Connecticut. My grandfather had passed 2 years earlier. He left me everything he had. In a trust. $15 million, liquid, no strings except one. Use it to heal what they broke. He wrote me a letter. Sophie, they tried to clip your wings. I'm giving you the whole damn sky. I sat on that dirty couch in Astoria and cried for the first time since that night. But these were watch me tears. First thing I did, I bought a rundown urgent care spot in Bed-Stuy for cash. I named it VossMed. I poured every dollar into tech nobody else was using in low-income neighborhoods. Portable ultrasound on wheels. AI that reads EKGs better than most cardiologists, same-day genetic testing. The first 6 months, I almost went broke twice. Got sued by a big hospital chain. Had my power shut off. But word spread. Moms from the block started bringing their kids, grandmas with diabetes. We saved a 19-year-old from sepsis at 2 a.m. because our AI flagged it before the labs even came back. Then the New York Times did a piece. The doctor who got disowned and built a revolution. That was the rocket fuel. 3 years later, we have 23 locations, a Series B that valued us at $420 million, and an app that just got FDA breakthrough status for early stroke detection. I'm on the cover of Forbes next month, and every single night when I walk into my Tribeca loft that overlooks the city that tried to bury me, I smile. Last month, my father had a massive heart attack. Guess which hospital chain he got rushed to? Mine. I walked into that ICU like I own the building, because I do. He was hooked up to my machines, my nurses. Mom was sitting there looking 20 years older, designer bag shaking in her lap. She whispered, "Sophia, please." I looked at the man who once told me I'd amount to nothing. I saved his life. Then I leaned down and said the words I'd practiced in the mirror for years. "Remember when you said I'd come crawling back? Look around, Dad. I own the floor you're dying on. And I still charge full price to people who disown their own kids." I walked out. Didn't even raise my voice. That is psychological revenge done right. So if you're watching this and your family wrote you off for chasing your dream, hear me loud and clear. Their rejection is not your limit. It's your launch code. Use the pain, weaponize it, build so loud they can't ignore you. I'm Dr. Sophia Caldwell, disowned daughter, medical empire owner, and living proof that the best revenge is a life they'll never get to touch. Drop your story in the comments. Have you ever been betrayed by family? How did you rise? Smash subscribe, turn on notifications. And I'll see you in the next one. You've got Sky, baby. Go take it.